So you may recognise me and Gareth from the Mocap Vaults, but actually we're on a job today at Centroid with the rest of the kind of A-team of Mocap. These are the faces you see all the time. You know, these are the people I kind of work with on a regular basis. So we've got Neil here, Neil Grainger, who's a long-term Mocap guy. We've got Amanda here, Amanda Piery, and Jess White. And obviously it's me and Gareth. So Neil, how did you get into this?
I got into this through a friend who directs game voiceovers. I did a few voiceovers with her, and she said, have you ever been a soldier in anything? And I'd done a TV job where I was a soldier, and I'd used a proper machine gun. I was really good with it.
Right.
And,
of course.
And then I got in and did Killzone 2, and then it kind of went from there. And
So you kind of knew someone who knew you had a certain skill set.
Yeah, and it started with voiceover, and then it moved to mocap and voiceover together.
Okay, cool.
You've been doing it ages, haven't you?
Like 8 years.
8 years. Yeah, long time.
Yep.
And Amanda, how about you?
So I did a lot of taekwondo and like sports modelling and anything sort of active. And then I was on a job one day, I think it was on Kick-Ass, and someone mentioned motion capture to me. So it took about a year of applying and trying to get into a studio, and then miraculously I got a call one day, and here I am. And
so did you tell your agent, or did you just directly
directly contacting, just sending nice emails to people.
So bugging them.
Yeah,
okay,
you kind of do have to.
Jess, you've been doing it for years now, haven't you? 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, about 4 years.
Okay, and how did you get into it?
Just by chance. My agent at the time was based at Pinewood and had given my CV to Centroid when they were there. And a job came up where they needed a girl with quite specific skills. They wanted someone with physical skills, stage combat, but with theatre and film experience. And they apparently had 2 girls' CVs but didn't have time to do a casting, and just happened to pick me.
Nice.
And that was my first job, and I managed to just get a few more straight off the back of that, rolling over the course of about 2 months. And then never left.
So
Jess lives here.
Yeah,
she literally never left.
Installed.
Yeah.
So you got, I mean, everyone here is an actor, but also you have stage combat skills and some kind of gymnastic skills as well, right?
Yes.
Amanda, you have a lot of athletic skills.
Yeah, I think it's good to have something to bring it with you. Obviously, acting skills are very, very
essential. Really.
Yeah, you need them, but just a little something else gets you a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And fighting as well, because a lot of stuff, this stuff is fighting. Neil, you had military skills, didn't you? Like gun weapons and.
I did a lot of war games.
And you're happy to throw yourself around as well. You know,
I've fallen over a lot in my life.
Indeed, yeah, a professional faller. And Gareth, as you know,
yeah, I was a gymnast, and then I did all the stage combat stuff, and then a few bits of martial arts, a bit capoeira, and a few other bits. So,
and I'm pretty much the same story.
Yeah.
So mocap's a strange profession at times, and let's see if anyone's got any unusual stories. What about you, Gareth? Any strange mocap jobs?
I think whenever I talk about kind of strangest ones, I always go back to House of the Dead. Me and Neil worked on House of the Dead with a couple of girls. Was it a couple? Yeah, a couple of girls.
Yeah.
And we played every male character. So it was. I mean, you were playing. What was the name of the character?
Washington.
Washington. So Neil was this big black guy, and I was this kind of straight down the line FBI Agent G. But then I also played this creepy zombie warden who was the kind of baddie, and Neil played my 83-year-old grandma who kept getting her breasts out. And then I had to snog Neil. And it was my mother. Yeah.
Actually snog him.
Yeah.
Well, it
not
was
really.
kind
No,
of
I mean,
like,
we didn't motion capture our tongues or anything.
Okay.
no, there was no markers on the tongue
for that. Okay.
But it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
And Neil, what about you? Have you ever...
Well, I think that was probably the strangest. We had to do lots of different random zombies as well, and it got to the point where they were like, okay, come up with different ideas, and that's where I suppose improvisation skills really came in. And I was like, okay, I could be a one-legged zombie, someone who's lost his leg, and you can do a limp and stuff. And then at one point he said, oh, could you? There's going to be loads of bodies on the floor, and I was like, oh, I could be a zombie having sex with a body on the floor. And at that point, and I pushed it too far apparently.
And they're like, what?
That was probably the worst moment.
The suggestion alone is one step too far.
Yeah.
But they were perfectly happy with son snogging 83-year-old like crippled mother.
Oh yeah. When you climbed inside your mother's vagina.
Apparently that was fine.
It was a computer game.
Okay, this justifies it completely. Okay, right.
Thank you.
Okay. Moving on, how about you, Amanda? Got any interesting...
I don't think I've got like any really strange ones,
Nothing
but
to match
I've had
that.
quite a lot of fun shoots, and probably the most fun I had was me and Jess. We got to play high school American Girls.
Oh, Valley Girls.
Yeah, and we had to have an argument and have a whole scrap and pull each other's hair, and we're like, nah, girlfriend. And they're like, just push it as far as you can. We're like, okay.
It was all just like hand gestures,
scrapping. Yeah,
hair
that was so much
That was a
fun.
good shoot.
That was
Yeah, it was
really
good.
fun.
The hair grew back,
Yeah.
which was
Yeah.
a bonus.
Bonus.
Jess?
One where it's always weird having to work with different environments and different weathers. So I remember one shoot, my direction was I was outside, it was windy, it was snowing, and I was trekking uphill after being really badly injured, and they thought the best way to do this was to put me on a line of crash mats with a rope around me with the director holding that to pull me back like I was on a leash. And
Probably just as well.
and Stu from the studio with one of the massive floor fans in front of me, so I had all this wind in my face. And then we finished, and the director had hold of this rope and then looked and saw me on the end of it and was like, oh, sorry. And it was just a little
Reality.
bit awkward. So that was, the lengths you go to
get the shot.
get the right movement. Like,
Well, of course, in mocap you can hide all of that stuff,
Yeah.
so you can get away with doing a lot of strange things, and it does come up.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played, among some of the other characters I've played, I've also played Adolf Hitler, who summons up a zombie army and then gets eaten by zombies himself. Gareth chose me to play Jesus at one point, which was a real honour.
no,
only
I
one
was
man
the
to play
Virgin
it.
Mary.
Yeah.
Obviously, no one else could play the Virgin Mary.
I once did one where I was doing this thing called EVE Online, which is a huge kind of
of course.
a universe of science fiction, and I had to be born from a big kind of like test tube, so I had to be kind of curled up in this kind of like fetus shape, and then they dropped me onto a mat, and I kind of was born. That was really cool.
I think that
If you don't
sums it up.
already want to work in motion capture at this point, then I don't know what's wrong with you.
No day is the same ever.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
So
the quality
crazy.
of work
Indeed.
is really what, and we bring true professionalism to that.
Yep.
Exactly. I think my thing is that motion capture acting is meant to be joyous. It's meant to be joyous, and when you meet people that don't find it joyous, you wonder why they're doing it.
Yeah.
You know, they're either doing it because they can't do anything else anymore because they're so far into it they're stuck, or they're doing it for the wrong reasons. It's got to be joyous, and mocap is always joyous. It's always doing things that you love. It's always playing and exploring, and whether it be scenes where you're fighting or scenes where you're running and pretending to be different characters. It's the reason we all became actors, really.
It's because
Yeah.
it's 100% imagination.
Yeah.
Because you don't have
Exactly.
anything else. You don't have any other tools to work with.
We just spent the whole morning dancing.
Yes.
The
It
whole
was
morning we
great.
just spent dancing with
Half
each
a day
other.
of dancing.
Like a carnival.
None of us
like
can
you
dance.
big boogie.
Speak
for yourselves, guys.
Yeah, okay.
Amanda
do
can
great.
dance.
I do believe she said, girls, you've obviously done salsa before.
Did she say that?
Yes,
She
she
did
said
say that.
Oh, she did say
She
that.
didn't look at us.
We
No.
were. We
No.
were.
It was very specifically.
She slipped to me and said, "It doesn't matter if you can't dance."
Actually, we've been told we're clear to say this, so I can always bleep it out if we're not. But we've basically spent the day working on the new Bond movie. So actually, the caliber of stuff that you do is great. And actually, even on something like this, they bring in the actors they know that can do the job, understand the job.
Yeah.
It's very quick. It's a fast turnover rate. But it's been a lot of fun, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Really
Yeah, it's
fun.
awesome.
And we're
It's
very
been a
privileged
good
to work
day.
with friends so frequently.
Absolutely.
Anyway, thanks a lot, guys, and I hope that's been enlightening
Cheers.
for you.
Thank you,
you.
Oliver.
Sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned the vagina, should I?